Connecticut's #1 local news. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right. Hi, everybody. Good morning. We are in early warning weather alert mode because of the snow that we've got now coming down in parts of the state. Let's take a look at what's in effect right now. We've got a winter weather advisory in effect for the immediate shoreline. That is until 1 o'clock. A wind chill advisory in effect goes into effect tonight. As the cold air really starts pouring in, we're going to expect those wind chill values to be sub-zero by tonight into tomorrow. But in the meantime, let's talk about the winter weather advisory. It's in effect because of this. Yeah, the snow has really started to make headway into parts of Fairfield and New Haven counties, even parts of Tolland and Windham counties, even into parts of Hartford County now. We're starting to see that transition from rain to snow in Bristol, New Hartford, Barkhamsted. And there's more moisture to go over the course of the next 3 to 4 hours. It's streaming in from the southwest to northeast, so it's going to cover Connecticut as it does. And the air temperatures are moving from northwest to southeast, the wind direction. So we're going to be dealing with some much colder air. It's going to kind of scour out that warm air that we've got. It's 41 degrees right now in New Haven, where we've got plain old rain, but that is expected to change as the temperatures continue to drop in that part of the state as well. So you got to be real careful out there. But once again, snow now in parts of Stafford, Union, Woodstock, Eastford, Ashford, Tolland, Pomfret. Good morning to you. You're waking up to snow, and we had snow-covered pictures coming in from Norfolk earlier this morning. Salisbury, Sharon, Goshen, Torrington, Litchfield, Warren. We are talking about some snow. Just be careful driving out there because we had rain, which is going to have an opportunity to freeze up with these colder temperatures moving in, and then snow on top. We're not expecting a whole lot of snow, but 1 to 2 inches on top of an icy road condition is not good. So the roads are getting wet right now, if not downright slippery, and visibility is down to a mile in Waterbury, 1.5 miles in Danbury, where that snow is flying around, okay? Not too bad in other parts of the state. Here's the satellite and radar. You can see the rain and snow. Basically now mostly snow for Connecticut, but we're still waiting for the transition in parts of southeast Connecticut, where you guys are actually getting just a little bit of a lull right now in the precipitation. But don't worry, it's going to fill back in. Let me widen out the shot. We're talking about this moisture stream from southwest to northeast. You can see it's snowing in parts of Pennsylvania, northern New Jersey, where the temperatures have dropped below the freezing mark, and that's the case here in Connecticut as well. So I want you to look at the temperatures because this is heading in our direction. Buffalo is at 13 right now. We're at 41. 35 in Hartford, 41 in New Haven, but 35 in Hartford. That's down almost 8 degrees from when we started this morning. So the numbers are dropping, but by tonight, we're going to be in the single digits. It's going to be a really cold night. All right, here's the early warning futurecast. Tomorrow's weather today. Snow at 7. You'll notice snow around 9. And then that light snow starts to taper off by about noontime, and we'll go under partly sunny skies by later on this afternoon. And then tonight is partly cloudy and cold. And then here comes tomorrow. Let's take a look. We had planned for a pretty good day of weather tomorrow, and that's exactly what we're going to get. It's going to be mostly sunny, but the temperatures are going to be rather chilly, only in the low 20s. All right, here comes Friday night. We're looking pretty good. Now, this morning we're calling for 1 to 2, possibly 3 inches of snow in parts of the state, particularly along the shoreline where the moisture stream continues to come on in and the temperatures continue to drop. And then we're taking a look at your headlines. It's just beginning. Right now, the mess is starting to transition from rain to snow, and then colder and windy for later on today. All right, so here's the breakdown. 38 to 45, we've already achieved these numbers. That's what it was when I came in this morning. The snow will end around noon and becoming cold and windy. All right, some iCams for you. Torrington, we're starting to see a little bit of that snow out there in Torrington. You can see it in the foreground of the shot. Some flakes are flying around out there. Here's Hartford, 35 degrees, down from the 41 we had earlier, but you can see the snow flying around there as well. And we've got Waterbury right now. You can see the snow flying around in the foreground of that shot as well. The roads are basically just wet at this point, but they could be getting slick. 28 in Litchfield, 33 in Storrs, East Hartford at 33, and West Haven at 37. More numbers for you. 30 to 40 is the spread this morning, but even that temperature in New Haven is starting to drop back right now. All right, so the temperature differential from yesterday, we are up. But the unfortunate news is we're going to be dropping those numbers as we move through the day today, tonight, and tomorrow. Here are the wind speeds out of the northwest where that cold air is coming from. So that's making the temperatures feel a little bit colder in the low to mid 20s, but still 40 in New Haven. So your forecasted highs, we've achieved them. And then your overnight lows tonight, 9, 21 tomorrow. No major storms in sight. Again, the weekend storm is a miss. Not a mess, but a miss. And then Sunday, partly sunny skies with a temperature of 30 degrees. You'll notice the temperatures remain cold for the foreseeable future. There could be some snow showers around here on Tuesday. We'll certainly keep you posted on that, but it doesn't look like a major storm at this point. All right, 7:05 and a half. Good morning, Caitlin Francis.
Good morning, Scott Haney. At least this weekend's looking better.
Absolutely.
This morning, though, is looking like a mess. So with that, we want to make sure that everybody's staying safe, giving yourself plenty of time to get where you're going. I think the major concern is not just the snow, but the potential for icy conditions, because that can always be very treacherous. So as you're getting ready to head out the door, you want to make sure that you're giving yourself plenty of travel time here. I know the last time we had any kind of icy road conditions, it took people at least double the amount of time that it normally takes to get from point A to point B. So that's a good rule of thumb. Don't ever use cruise control in these kinds of conditions. Don't slam on the brakes, all those good winter safety driving tips, and make sure that you have your windshield wipers working, headlights are working properly before you head out the door and on the road. All right, so let's take you out and give you a nice tour here of Connecticut at this point, because we are seeing that rain to snow transition happening pretty quickly here, and those road conditions are deteriorating. So thankfully at this time we're not reporting any crashes, so hopefully we stay that way throughout the morning commute. A lot of people do have that option to work from home, which hopefully they are utilizing today. A lot of schools are closed and delayed as well. 84 east and westbound here by exit 65 by Hartford Turnpike here. You can see traffic volume is actually still pretty average for this time of morning, but that snow is starting to fall, and those roads from earlier still pretty wet. That temperature is starting to drop as well, so that's why we're starting to see some things look a little bit more slick than we were just a short time ago. 84 east and westbound here. This is right by the Bulkley Bridge connecting East Hartford to the capital city, and we are seeing traffic volume in and out of the capital city build. But right at this time, we're not seeing too many issues, so that's some good news. Traffic is actually moving along at a pretty good pace. Again, you want to make sure that you're reducing those speeds as you're heading out the door, regardless of if it's rain or if it's snow. Here's a look in Waterbury, 84 westbound, lower deck of the Mixmaster. You can see those brake lights. We've been seeing a lot of delays just across the state, and that's mostly because people are having to reduce their speeds as these conditions worsen throughout the morning. So just make sure that you are giving yourself plenty of distance between yourself and other vehicles this morning. 95 north and southbound now by Long Wharf Drive in New Haven. You can see that sheen on the roadways there, that spray coming up from all those other vehicles. We do have a lot of 18-wheelers out on the roads as well, so things can be a little dicey. Make sure that you are giving yourself a lot of caution out there this morning. And of course, as things continue to deteriorate, as that snow continues to transition across the state, we will keep you posted, because we do expect those road conditions, as the temperatures to drop, continue to drop, I should say. We do expect them to get a little bit worse throughout the morning commute. It's just really the timing of this storm that we're concerned about in terms of the drive for this morning into the early, or I should say late morning. Drive times and speeds will leave you with a look here. Everything's looking pretty typical, but you want to make sure that, again, you're taking your time. Just because everything looks like it's status quo does not mean that you go the posted speed limit. Average speed here, 63 miles per hour, even though it's probably the posted speed limit 65. Again, just give yourself just a couple of extra minutes to get where you're going this morning and get there safely. I'm Caitlin Francis with your Connecticut Chevy Pinpoint Traffic Report, driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers. Thank you so much for tuning in here this morning. Stay safe. Have a great day.